I am now recording.
Okay, cool.
Take 27. 28. 29.
Hello. So today I wanted to bring you along with me on my journey in putting together the American Quartet by Dvorak. One of the things I look forward to most when working with music is putting together music with people that I really enjoy the company of. It becomes that putting the music together is just kind of an excuse for us to get together and hang out, talk things out, and just kind of have fun with things that we really love to do. So first though, before we do actually get to hang out, we did all of our really hard work. So in the beginning of the semester, around the end of September, we got together as a group and we had this assignment. We had the American Quartet and we were going to put it together, but this was a project that a few of us were not so sure that we could complete the entire first movement of. First of all, viola was a new instrument to me. At the time that I was assigned this piece, I had been playing viola for about a month. Even though I did play violin before, learning viola is quite a bit different. Viola is just much bigger and just very different to play versus violin. And also reading the different clef made it quite a bit of a challenge, but I was very excited for this project. Then a couple other members felt that because this was over Zoom, or maybe the music was a little bit more difficult than stuff that they had previously played, we weren't all sure in the beginning.
So it's definitely not up to tempo, and I don't think some of the stuff is in tune, and also I'm still not like quite that used to making powerful notes on viola yet, so sometimes it's not the prettiest thing ever. But it's a work in progress, and I think that's the whole point of this stuff, this video. So like, no pressure.
But together as a group, we tried to adhere to a timeline of how much music to learn when, so that we could break down the music and make it a little bit less daunting, a little bit less scary to learn the whole thing. And it almost worked. It was the timeline was a little bit ambitious.
So here we see the little schedule that we agreed upon. We kept the first 3 due dates pretty close, sort of. But we ended up getting way too bombarded with schoolwork and everything, so we decided to aim for the downbeat of 12 out of 18 of the rehearsal sections for Christmas. And that's 2/3 of the piece, which I was really happy with. Also, the assignment was to aim for something of a much less ambitious goal. We were only supposed to do like a page of the music, but we ended up doing 2 pages of the music because we actually just really enjoy genuinely the music. So we were overachieving over here.
The point was not to meet all of our own agreed upon deadlines. Rather, it was more just to make sure that we were going at a good pace for learning the music. We worked really hard. So that was the first portion of putting together this quartet. Now we're in the middle of piecing it together, but that just gave us kind of an excuse to have a group Zoom meeting and talk about what our next steps are. So the quartet, Shin had some awesome things to say. I was really happy with it. You guys are amazeballs.
What? Didn't know that was in his vocabulary.
Honestly, I thought he was like, yeah.
Why was I thinking that too?
I have the most vocab.
Wait, there's more. You guys have done so much. I'm so proud of you guys. Wow. And then he said my viola skills sucked. I'm just kidding.
Aw,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Miss Golan Inner over here. Okay.
I think life will be 7 million times easier if I literally just cause I can do this. I can just listen to the recording and then like
Whoa.
You're right.
Whoa.
Lamechino.
I'm like offended because that was so cool.
Oh my god.
Like I didn't know
What
that
year is
existed.
it?
No, but okay. Wait, no, but for real? I'm thinking.
The future.
I'm thinking.
So making a click track really includes how much I can understand my score and how I understand where everyone fits in, right? And I need to know the exact moments that I need to be placing these beats. I have to know everything that's going on in order to be able to create this click track.
So in this meeting, we did spend a little bit of time on actual conversation about the quartet, but most of the time we talked about we went on tangents. We went on so many different tangents and we talked about so many different things, some of which did kind of have something to do with music, but then other things didn't really have that much to do with music. But that's part of it. This is our reward for working so hard. I think we should set a deadline for 10, and then we should set a goal area
Finish.
for everything else. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
So we finished 10 on what? No! This is such a good part!
Bro, but like, I'm just trying to find a part that like makes sense. Well, okay, 11. So
No, up to 12, because that's where the recap pretty much is. And sometimes our conversations, although it does seem like the conversation is a little bit off topic from what we had intended the meeting to be for, we did talk about things that I believe would help us grow as musicians. And I think that these conversations also helped us connect a little bit more as a quartet. And when we can connect outside of music, I think that makes the music that we play even more harmonious when we do come together.
Have we talked about what you wanted to talk about? for
yeah,
this
I know
group, Sophie?
we've been tangenting right now.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, I think so. I'm not sure. I feel like this is what it would have been in person also. Like we would have been just laughing.
Chaotic. Yes, chaotic. For real.
True.
I will try to do the metronome thing tomorrow.
And then if you guys have time, do you mind like listening to it versus the quartet and then seeing like how it is? And then
So play along with
Will
it,
it
and
be
if we like
in
it, keep
Band
it.
Lab?
yeah, it will be in band lab, and yeah, play like not you don't necessarily have to play along with it, but just listen to those 2 tracks together and like tell me if it's awful because
Okay, gotcha. I'm good at that. I got you.
Oh, if it's bad, I think you could just send me the recording of the ticking. Is that what it is? Just like a recording of the ticking?
Yeah, look, can I just mute everything else but the ticking and practice to that?
That too.
Because I
That's
could
what I was
edit it
thinking.
in Logic, like just splice.
You have Logic.
Yeah. I know if you put it on GarageBand, you could still edit it with GarageBand like the same way. Like, just like, move it over.
You have to like split and move.
Yeah, just split it and then tweak it.
Then I think we can record to the actual quartet with the click track. Is that me?
Yeah.
So we're recording to the click track instead of the quartet.
No, you both the quartet and the click track.
Both the quartet and the click track. The click track will be to the quartet.
Yes, there we go.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Word.
But the actual quartet, not the us quartet.
So here I am on BandLab and I'm trying to look for a spot where the click track doesn't really line up very well with the recording of the professional quartet. And there, I found one. So I have to listen over and over again just to make sure I know exactly which beats are wrong. And when I do, I select the little part that isn't right and I click slice so that I can move individual pieces of the audio recording of my click track. And here I only want to move that one, the third purple beat right there that my mouse keeps hovering over. And so I isolate it by slicing the audio track on both sides of that click. And I'm trying to listen for where it doesn't match up with the recording. And I also realize that the next 2 beats don't really match up with the recording very well either. So I move those, and this is a little bit tedious. Oh, here I had to split off a little bit of the third purple beat because if I move it too close to the 4th purple beat, then it would cover the 4th purple beat. So now I'm listening again, trying to make sure everything's in the right place, and I realize that the 4th and 5th purple beat don't quite match up still, and but I'll fix that later. So here I can mute the professional recording and leave the click tracks both unmuted, or I can just mute the click tracks.
So like that's why I thought of you guys, because like I remember that we seem to be a fun bunch. So
We are a fun bunch.
sorry, we are okay.
Bye.